Sit, lie down, open my mouth. Whatever you order, I shall obey. Okay. It's time to open up. It's time to. You didn't see any of that. Nope. I don't know what y'all talk about. No, I didn't do anything. What are you all yelling about in the comments? Nothing happened. Who would have thought I'd end up trapped in a situation this strange? It all started because I was desperately looking for a job. Of course I was desperate. My savings were running low and I still had countless living expenses plus debt to pay. I applied to all kinds of places, but it felt like luck absolutely hated me. In a situation like this, I no longer cared what kind of job it was. As long as it paid, cleaning toilets, catching bears, I'd do anything. That's when I found this job online. A security position at an abandoned theater. Seriously, why would a place that no longer operates even need a security guard? Is this Five Nights at Freddy's? Kingdom of Marionettes. I'd heard this place used to be famous for its puppet performances long ago. This is Five Nights at Freddy's! Oh, only 3 duties. Duty 1, keep the theater safe from vandals. I could probably manage that. Duty 2, clean the theater. That's technically outside a security guard's job, but whatever, as long as it pays. And number 3, make sure none of the puppets are missing and walking around. Wait, I was kidding. I did not think I was playing a FNAF freaking yandere dating sim. Hello? Maybe I'm so sleep deprived that I misread it. The monitor CCTV! Wait, hang on! Make sure none of the puppets are missing and walking around. Walking around? Make sure there are no puppets. What does that even mean? Maybe they meant, making sure no one steals the puppets. Yeah, that has to be it. Whoever wrote this must be joking. Right, let's do this. Oh, I thought we were going to, end up right in the security office. Well, here it is. I finally got a job. And there are missing children, apparently. Strangely enough, this job didn't require an interview. When I contacted them yesterday, everything was settled almost immediately. I almost thought this was a scam, but thankfully it wasn't. Alright, I have 3 tasks. Keep the place safe. Fortunately, there hasn't been any signs of vandals so far. That only leaves cleaning the theater and making sure all the puppets are accounted for. I clean. Boss said I could clean it little by little. There's no need to finish everything in one day. In that case, I'll start by cleaning the stage. I head towards the storage room to gather some cleaning supplies. God, it's dark in here. I can barely see anything. I tried to turn on the light, but of course it's broken, as expected. I turn on my flashlight. Ah, much better. The storage room itself is quite dirty. Yeah, I'll clean it another time. I'm so focused on gathering supplies that I flinch when my foot steps into something. When I look down, I see a red ball. Huh. I don't remember seeing a red ball. I must have just missed it. Once I'm sure I've gathered all these cleaning supplies, I head back towards the stage. I'm not gonna lie, this corridor is pretty unsettling. Not just this corridor either. This entire place feels creepy and dark. Rusty doors are covered with layers of old newspapers. Cracked walls are smeared with graffiti left behind by vandals. Most of the lights are broken or dead, only a few are still on, and even those flicker. Dust and grime cling to every corner. You're telling me whoever did this job before me did not do his job whatsoever? Or their job? Or her job? Yeah, of course, that's not surprising. This puppet theater has been closed for a very long time. If I remember correctly, Kingdom of Marionettes shut down around the year I was born. Has no one really tried to take this place over all this time? It feels like such a waste to leave it abandoned. This place still looks so grand. Maybe this place will be repurposed into a cinema, or a high-end restaurant. Or perhaps someone might even reopen this puppet theater. That would certainly be interesting. I start sweeping the stage floor, moving from one end to the other. Just sweeping the stage floor alone is enough to exhaust me. The stage is enormous and the thick layers of dust are stubborn and hard to sweep away. I look around me, then toward the audience seats. This is going to take longer than I thought. After cleaning the stage for what feels like 2 or 3 hours, I finally finished. Well, at least the stage itself is done. At this rate, I'll probably need around 2 full days just to clean this area alone. My body is completely worn out after all the sweeping, mopping, and cleaning out the curtains, and everything else. I don't have the strength to continue. It's probably because I rarely exercise and live off of instant noodles. No wonder my stamina is terrible. Oh, what can I do? For now, I'll stop cleaning. Check the puppets. According to the boss, there's around 20 puppets in this theater. That's quite a lot. I walk towards the room where all the puppets are stored, located at the very end of the corridor. Seriously, who thought it was a good idea to place the puppet room at the end of such a dark hallway? I must be so desperate for money that I feel like someone who actually enjoys walking into a haunted house. I grip the doorknob and take a deep breath before finally opening the door. This is the puppet room? I didn't get it wrong, did I? If you ask me, it looks more like a prison. I was expecting to see a bunch of puppets hanging on the walls or something like that. But strangely enough, each puppet seems to have its own room. Alright, time to start counting. Alright, I take out a piece of paper containing the list of puppets. Who should I check first? Yeah, of course we're gonna look at the Jester. Let's see the Jester puppet. I walk towards a door with the name Jester written on it, and then I check through the viewing slot in the door. The Jester's puppet room is decorated with striped patterns in various colors, mostly black, red, and yellow. It's filled with all kinds of acrobatic props, balls, a unicycle, and many others. As I look more closely, I finally spot the Jester puppet standing in the corner of the room. I can't see its face since the puppet is slightly hunched over, but at least I know it's there. Jester puppet, check. The Knight. I walk towards the door labeled Knight. The Knight's puppet room is neatly kept. A steady, imposing shield is mounted on the wall, along with various other shield decorations. There are quite a number of shields, all in different shapes and designs. On the bed, I see a puppet sitting upright, a dark red cloak draped over its face. I'm certain it's the Knight puppet. Check. King. I walk towards the door labeled King. When I look inside, the room is lavish. There's a king-size bed with curtains, a comfortable-looking chaise lounge, and several paintings. I examine every corner of the room, but I can't find the king puppet anywhere. Oh no, there's a king puppet missing! I check the puppet list I'm carrying, but I don't see the king puppet's name on it either. I suppose there never was a king puppet to begin with, or has it been missing for a long time? Next puppet. I've only checked 2 puppets so far. I better hurry and report the results to the boss. After spending a few more minutes checking the puppets, I finally finished. Every puppet listed is present. I'm done. I head straight back to my room and report to the boss. All my tasks are finished. Now all that's left is to stand guard. Being a security guard doesn't seem so bad. I get paid just for keeping watch. The pay isn't great, but better than nothing. What should I do while I'm on the watch? I'm so tired, but I can't afford to fall asleep. I take up my phone and start browsing the interwebs. My knowledge about this theater is still pretty limited, and my curiosity gets the better of me, so I decide to look up some information online. Kingdom of Marionettes, a puppet theater that tells the story of the everyday lives of puppets in a kingdom. No wonder the puppets I saw earlier were dressed in outfits from a royal era. Kingdom of Marionettes was known for its amusing and mesmerizing performances, enhanced by the puppets' charming designs. Was this place really that famous back then? They even sold merchandise and all kinds of stuff. There was even a poll for favorite characters. That's kind of cute. First place went to Jester. People really do like odd characters, huh? Second place was the Knight, third was the Wizard. I ended up getting completely absorbed in all this information about the theater, and before I realized it, I've been scrolling for half an hour. I mean, not like there's anything else to do. Ah, crap, I need to check the CCTV. Outer gate. I checked the camera at the outer gate. Nothing there. Corridor 1. I checked the camera at Corridor 1. There's nothing there. Theater. There's nothing there. Storage. I checked the storage room camera. Nothing. Yeah, there's nothing there. No danger whatsoever. I don't take back what I said. No one passed through the storage room. Nah. Yeah, it must have been just a vandal. I mean, there was no one there. That wasn't even a vandal. Yeah, it makes total sense. No one's here. I'm here all alone, and there's nothing to spook me. No one got inside. Man, I need to check it right now before those vandals do something that'll make my job even harder. I quickly grab a flashlight and baton to defend myself, then rush out of the room towards the storage area. Hello? When I arrive at the storage room, I find nothing. However, the storage door is open. Proof what I saw on the CCTV was real and not just my imagination. Got a bad feeling. Whoever this person is, they're somewhere in the corridor. I grip my baton as tightly as I can and slowly step into the hallway. It's pitch dark. I better turn on the flashlight. Alright, time to go to the storage room. What in the hell is that? I mean, there's nothing there. I turn on my flashlight and I can finally see the dark path stretching out in front of me and nothing else. There's no one there. But I don't see nothing else. There ain't the tall figure standing at the far end of the corridor. There's no figure draped in a red cloak. Its edges torn and ragged. Its outfit resembling that of a knight. It's not a vandal. And it's not the night puppet I checked on earlier. Oh man, I must be losing my mind. God, I better go check the storage room. How could a puppet be standing there? There's no puppet standing there. You're just losing your mind. There's no way. Puppets don't move. Maybe some vandals broke in and moved the night puppet here. And because they noticed me, they put it back so they could escape as quickly as possible. Yeah, that has to be it. Before I can calm myself with all these possibilities, the puppet's head moves and turns to look straight at me. I take back what I said. Intruder. The puppet can talk! And the music really swells! Calm down, don't panic. But what do I do in this situation? Hey, who are you? He didn't say anything back. I never imagined a situation where a puppet would speak to me. Oh, a hand clamps around my throat. Could you go a little tighter? The night puppet is right in front of me, choking me with terrifying speed. Once again, an intruder. It seems more and more intruders have been coming to this kingdom lately. How fortunate. His grip tightens around my neck, cutting off my air. He's going to kill me! I struggle with every strength I have, punching his arm, kicking his legs, trying desperately to break free! But it's useless. He is far stronger than me. He doesn't even budge! My vision grows blurrier, sinking deeper into darkness. Is this really how my life ends? Killed by a living puppet? Who's jingling? Just before my consciousness completely fades, a hand suddenly covers my eyes. What are you doing in here? Who is behind me? Another puppet? Nighter. I believe I mentioned this before. Wouldn't it be better if any visitors who wander into our kingdom were entrusted to me? For what? So you can carry out that absurd plan of yours? My friend! You're free to doubt me if you wish. I wouldn't fault you for it, but I do need this visitor. You understand that much, don't you? Suddenly, the corridor fell silent. I have no idea what's happening. I just feel something big and hard behind me. The night puppet named Nita snorts in irritation before abruptly releasing his grip from my throat. I hear his footsteps fading away, a clear sign that he's left. Yet the hand covering my eyes don't move, gently keeping my vision obscured. Then I feel another hand slowly rest on my shoulder, making me flinch. Easy now. The danger has passed. You may allow yourself to relax. Why don't you come with me for the time being? I assure you, I am not someone you need to fear. After all, any guest who set foot in this kingdom ought to be welcomed properly. Wouldn't you agree? All right, whoever's standing behind me sounds friendly enough. Still, it's probably best if I just go along with it. I nod my head. Excellent. Now, come with me. The figure behind me guides me forward, leading me where they want while keeping my eyes covered. After a while, he stops. We've arrived. Now, please take a seat here and make yourself comfortable. They gently guide me down into a seat. Then their hands move away from my eyes, finally allowing me to see. This is the theater hall. I turn around trying to see who has been guiding me all this time. But there's no one there. Well, where did that person go? Don't you fucking do that! Boo. Ah! Still unprepared and struggling to process what was happening, I scream without warning. Someone standing right in front of me. He gently covers my mouth, as if signaling that he won't hurt me and keep me silent. Shh, 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 shh. I can feel my soul almost slip from my body for a second. Slowly, he pulls his hand away from my lips. The figure is dressed like a jester, bells hanging from the tips of its hood, and its outfit is colored black, red, white, and yellow. Wait a second, isn't that? He's a jester puppet. He moves on his own. I remember the list of duties I read before applying yesterday. Oh, I am so getting my pay docked! Make sure none of the puppets are missing and walking around. At that moment, I believed after seeing Night Puppet and Jester Puppet moving with my own eyes and mind. This isn't a joke. They're alive. Where did he go? The puppet then snaps his fingers, and in an instant, he disappears from in front of me. Where did he go now? Could you not jingle when you do that? The hand so small and soft, like cotton, like a kitten's paw. He caresses my no. You don't need to get me like this right now. You don't need to get me bricked up now. No. He starts caressing my arm gently with his puppet hand. A form so small, so easily broken, yet somehow brimming with warmth and movement. A vessel that reacts, trembles, and changes so beautifully. With that face, always shifting, always telling stories without meaning to. Is he examining me? You're really human. Yes, I am human. What do you want? I reply in a nervous voice, laced with fear. Seconds passed, then hours, days, weeks, months, years. It has been so very long since all of that faded away. A kingdom that was once... Oh, hey, I can't... I can't take you seriously when you're stroking me like that. Please, no. My mind is wandering to places it really should be. A kingdom that was once so lively, so magnificent, so full of joy, has now been reduced to silence. A kingdom that was once led by a ruler, one who guided us all towards our purpose, towards our lives, has now vanished. Like fledgling birds, abandoned by their parents before they were ever ready to fly. We were left to be guided by confusion, despair. We move without direction or destination, not knowing where we are meant to go. And yet, we believe that someday a new light will appear to guide us. A leader who will give us life once more and lead us towards the lives we were always meant to have. Hey, I appreciate the sentiment, but I just need you to know I am not that guy. Okay, I just work minimum wage at a security job. Like hell, this is the first job I've gotten in God knows how long. I don't think I'm that important. We waited. Hey, could you not? Could you not? Please, I am not ready. I am not ready. We waited, and we hoped. We hoped and waited, round and round, over and over, until the two became indistinguishable, as though they were never meant to be apart. And so, that circle endured and lingered through the passage of time until now, until this very day, which quietly dares to call itself a turning point. Will the circle continue its gentle, merciless dance, unbroken, unchanged? Or will it, at last, begin to crack, to fracture, and finally shatter, granting us release from the loop we call life? What is he talking about? I don't understand. Is he speaking English? Is he telling me a fairy tale? A kingdom, a place never far removed from politics, a realm steeped in tension, where seriousness lurks beneath its lavish, glittering surface. Like ice, bitterly cold, it requires at least a touch of warmth, no, perhaps half of that warmth to keep its balance. And that is precisely why I am here, to soften the air, to deliver laughter, to carry joy wherever it dares to fade. Now, can you guess who I am? This person, no, this puppet, seems to really enjoy talking. You're a jester. Ding, ding, ding. Correct. You're so right. So, to be precise, jester is merely my role. Allow me to properly introduce myself to you, sweet human. My name is Justine. You may call me Justine. Though some prefer Jess, Jessie, Tintin, and quite a few other variations, I'm afraid. Now that I have offered you my name, allow me, just this once, to ask for yours in return. 7? No, that's not my name. I am Lion. What a lovely name for such a lovely soul. And your pronouns? They, them. Understood. But tell me, what brings you to this kingdom, I wonder? Are you perhaps carrying out a duty for the crown? He keeps referring to this theater as a kingdom. It's starting to confuse me. Also, the way he speaks is really strange. But whatever, I'll play along for now. I just want to get out of here as soon as possible and collect my first paycheck, which I'm pretty sure is not going to be as much as I hope it would be. Yeah, I'm just a security guard. My job is to watch over this theater and do a bit of cleaning on the side. I hope my answer satisfies him. But suddenly he starts laughing, and I have no idea why. Is my answer really that amusing to him? A guardian, is it? Such a noble calling. A protector of the kingdom. One who stands firm, fighting on until the very last drop of blood. And yet, regrettably, you cannot become a guardian here. What do you mean? You see, we already have a knight who serves as this kingdom's shield. His name is Nita, and we have no intention of welcoming another. One knight is more than sufficient. Are you sure about that? Is he talking about roles in his theater? Then I'll just be a cleaner, I guess. We already have plenty of maids here, and I don't think it would be possible for us to add another. If you have so many maids, why don't they do their goddamn jobs? This place is filthy! Like, goddamn, do you know how long it took for me to clean the stage? The stage! And nothing else! It took me 3 hours! 3 hours for a stage! I didn't even, clean up the rest of the theater! It was just a stage! It was filled with grime, and there were other substances on the floor! I don't even know what it was, but I slipped, I fell, and it tasted salty! Right then, I suppose I'll just be no one. No. Everyone who comes here must have a role of their own. And the role that currently stands vacant is the king, the queen, the ruler of the kingdom. All right, but, why is the only position of king empty? What happened to the previous king? When I checked the puppets earlier, there was a room labeled the king, so the king puppet must have existed. Sadly, he has passed away. I'm sorry. My condolences. It's alright, my dear. That is simply how life is. People come, people go. It is part of a cycle you cannot escape. I believe humans understand that very much. He then clapped his hands. It has been a very long time since the king passed. This kingdom has grown terribly dark, filled with silence, without direction or joy. And I must admit, it has grown rather boring in here. But now that I have met such a sweet human before me, why don't you indulge me in a little game, Your Majesty? Your Majesty? Wait, me? His smile widened. Yes, let us play a bit of acting. You shall pretend to be the ruler, and I will be your jester. Oh, do forgive me. I've been a jester from the very beginning. How foolish of me. Justine then snapped his fingers, and before I knew it, he had moved into the stage. Now then, shall we allow the performance to begin? Wait! I have never acted before. I don't even know how. Oh, no, my dear. Simply live, as though you have always been the ruler of this kingdom. Justine snapped his fingers again. How? In an instant, I found myself already on the stage, seated upon a plush throne, a crown resting atop my head. What? One day, beneath the scorching summer sun, the kingdom was struck by trouble once more. The farmers were filled with sorrow as the relentless heat of summer scorched the land. Crops withered and failed under the drought, leaving the fields barren. As a result, the farmers suffered great losses with no harvest left to sell. In the end, the farmers brought their plight before their majesty, hoping they might receive aid and relief. I looked around, trying to find the source of the voice that sounded like a narrator. Within the kingdom, their majesties sat upon their throne, the expression clouded with confusion, when Justine, the royal jester, appeared before there to relay the troubles faced by the farmers. Good evening, Your Majesty. Justine appeared and bowed before me with utmost reverence. What a truly beautiful day today is. A day just as fitting to tend to the little trouble stirring within the kingdom. Wouldn't you agree, Your Majesty? Troubles in the kingdom? Indeed, Your Majesty. As of late, the townsfolk have begun to voice their worries. The harvests have failed, brought low by the relentless drought of the dry season. And as one might suspect, such misfortune has left them quite lacking in means. Please come in, dear guest. A man who worked as a farmer then entered, after Justine granted the man permission to enter. Suddenly, a puppet dressed as a farmer stepped forward and knelt before me. Greetings, Your Majesty. Please forgive my boldness, but we come before you humbly seeking your aid. Due to the failed harvest, we no longer have the means to replace the crops that withered, nor do we have the funds to meet our daily needs. Thus, we beg you to grant us your guidance. Having been dragged into the role of a ruler without warning, confusion washed over me. My own troubles were far from resolved, and I was expected to find a way to save the farmers as well. What am I supposed to do? Money, water channels, give them seeds. I need time to think. You should find a solution yourselves. Honestly, if I give them seeds, it would probably help them. Like, building the water channels, it's actually the wisest choice here. I feel like building the water channels would be the wisest choice in order to, like, help the farmers in the long run. Like, giving them money is not going to solve anything. Like, to be honest. But, like, if I could, I will build the water channels and give them additional money to actually, like, get through at least the drought season. But I'm gonna choose to build the water channels. I don't know much about farming, but I once read that drought can be handled by building water channels. I don't think that's a bad idea, hopefully. How about we build water channels? That way the crops won't dry out. Upon hearing the ruler's decision to build the water channels, the farmer's heart danced with joy. Alright, that narrator's voice, that coming from who knows where, was starting to make me uneasy. The farmer seemed to think for a moment, then nodded in agreement. Of course, Your Majesty. That is a good idea. I sighed with relief. Then I will provide the funds to build the channels as soon as possible. Very well, Your Majesty. Thank you so very much. With a joyful heart, the farmer finally left the palace to deliver the good news. The farmer puppet then stood up and left the stage. After that, the farmer stood up and walked off the stage. I thought he already left! I could feel Justine's gaze fixed upon me. A truly admirable choice, Your Majesty. Water channels to fight drought, a solution that looks far into the future. He thought about the next season, and the season after that. He paused, smiling. Perhaps a little too far. Do you not like when I think? Tell me, Your Majesty, what was the farmer's problem right now? Huh? The drought caused the crops to fail, leaving them with no income to buy new seeds and no money to meet their daily needs. Ah, excellent. You remembered. 5 stars for vision. And yet, a hungry farmer cannot eat a future harvest. He chuckled softly. It seems you may need to do a little more than simply building water channels. Oh, he's right. Being a ruler is really hard. I mean, I'm just a security guard, desperate for money just to survive. And now all of a sudden I'm being dragged into playing the role of a queen by living puppets. I'm really not that fit to be a leader. Is it finished? Finished. If governing a kingdom were that simple, Your Majesty, I fear we would have far fewer queens. There's still more. The day passed slowly within the kingdom, and without Their Majesty realizing it, the time that had once shown 9 in the morning had already advanced to 1 in the afternoon. At that very moment, a formal letter from another kingdom suddenly arrived. Upon learning of this, the butler promptly took the letter and set out to deliver it to Their Majesty. Suddenly, a butler-dressed puppet approached Justine and handed him a parchment scroll. Justine read it for a moment. His expression turned focus before his eye shifted towards me, and that wide smile returning to his face. Your Majesty, we have received a most astonishing and rather intriguing request from a neighboring kingdom. It is all written here, in ink, upon the scroll. In short, they wish to purchase a small piece of land along our border, under the pretense of facilitating trade. Should Your Majesty agree to this arrangement, they are prepared to offer compensation in gold coins, an amount I am quite certain will give Your Majesty a heart attack on the spot. So then, what will you do, Your Majesty? Oh, this is starting to sound complicated. What should I do? I can either agree or refuse this. I mean, why would a neighboring kingdom want to buy land? of our kingdom. I'm trying to piece together, like, why would they want this? And they said that they wanted to do this to facilitate trade, but at the same time, like, what they're asking for is probably far more than what that land is worth. So I have a feeling it is a bribe of some sort. And I don't know, I feel like it would actually put our kingdom at risk if we do this. So I refuse. Oh? To turn down such generosity? How admirable. One can only hope our neighbors share your majesty's appreciation for principles. Very well then, I shall inform our neighbors of your majesty's will. And I believe that, for now, the matters your majesty was required to resolve have reached the end of today's program. You may rest your head now, your majesty. Oh, finally it's over! I don't know if my brain can handle these kingdom things anymore. Before I finally able to let myself relax, my phone rang. Oh god, it's gotta be my debt collector! I really don't want to deal with this right now. I don't have the money to pay. But I don't really have a choice. Hello? Lion? You know why I'm calling, don't you? Of course. So? I'm sorry, I can't pay it right now. I just got a job again. You just need to wait till payday. Fine. But remember, you've already delayed this for 5 months. 5 months?! I know. Thank you for your understanding. Moments after ending the call, I leaned my body against my seat, needing a brief rest. Have to pay it within a month. I ran my fingers through my hair in frustration before remembering that Justine was still standing in front of me. Sorry, Justine. That was just a personal matter. Suddenly, Justine's hand gently closed around my shoulder. He looked at me with that wide smile of his. Your Majesty, your personal matters are the kingdom's matters. And that makes them my concern as well, as the kingdom's jester. From what I observed in your conversation through that technology just now, it seems your Majesty is in debt to another kingdom. Am I correct? Yeah. His hand on my shoulder gently kneaded the tension away. Instantly, I felt myself relax. You may tell me your troubles, your Majesty. After all, I am your most loyal and only jester. I've been thinking about the kingdom's finances for a long time now. They've been dwindling more and more. Oh my. Yeah, back then you could say I formed a sort of friendship with the ruler of another kingdom. That kingdom needed help because they were facing a similar problem. But in the end, that kingdom was only exploiting me, and then they betrayed me. So I had to borrow funds from another kingdom, and now our kingdom is burdened with considerable debt. I've been trying to find other sources of income just to keep things stable. After I explained all my troubles through the metaphors, through a whole lot of metaphors, Justine said nothing for a while. Silence wrapped itself around the air between us. Do you know why the lion is honored as the king of the forest, your Majesty? For a second, I felt confused by a sudden question about lions. Because they're majestic? Indeed, they are majestic. They are fearsome. They are resilient. Apex predators, standing at the very top. Now imagine a rabbit. Why is the rabbit never called the king of the forest? Because rabbits are too gentle? Too small? Not frightening enough? Gentle. Far too hesitant. And, tragically human. And most importantly, trusting others a little too easily. Very noble qualities for a suffering soul, less so for a ruler. You thought that by helping others, they would like you, that they would smile at you, stand beside you, and call you a friend. And then boom! What a delightful surprise! You have been fooled, tricked. Play it like a lovely little tune. He laughed maniacally. Isn't that just perfectly ironic? Justine spoke with a smile. Each laugh delicate and polite, yet every word felt like a sharp blade pressed against my chest. I once read that a jester's task in a kingdom is to entertain, and part of that is revealing truth through jest. I laugh at that. I see it now. Yeah, I must follow the game. You're not wrong, Justine. You see, Your Majesty, the rules of this world are not some sweet little fable where kindness is always repaid in kind. I believe you already know it. Sometimes the game is far simpler than that. Sometimes the rule is merely eat or be eaten. Do you mean I should become a lion? Oh, no, Your Majesty. That won't be necessary. Why? The look on your face alone, so deprived of sleep, is already quite terrifying. Hey! Fuck you! He laughed mockingly as he watches me frown. Forgive me, Your Majesty. I was only joking. I'm not telling you to become a lion. Have you ever considered combining a rabbit and a lion? Wouldn't that look like some kind of mutant? Not that sort of combination, Your Majesty. He waves a finger lightly. The appearance of a rabbit, yet the heart of a lion. Like a wolf beneath sheep's clothing, if you ask me. He pauses. And also, trust only those around you whom you truly know. Those who will remain loyal to you, no matter what. Difficult? Yes. But that is simply the truth. And after that, perhaps those loyal to you may even help you destroy the ones who have hurt you. Just for you. You do understand what I mean, do you not, Your Majesty? His words leave me lost in thought. Now that I think about it, I really am a people pleaser. I understand, but changing that isn't easy. Justine lets out a soft chuckle, his eyes narrow as his smile slowly widens. Quite right, Your Majesty, and that is precisely why. Perhaps, instead of asking what more you can give, you should ask yourself what you are still refusing to take. Justine steps away from me, giving me space to ponder the meaning of his words. His words are always hard to understand. He clapped his hands, snapping me out of my thoughts. Now, allow me to present you with entertainment. You must be tired working all day. Yes, Your Majesty? Much as I adore that expression of yours, like a bat awakened in broad daylight, I would still rather not see you forever wearing a face so utterly devoid of joy. He chuckles softly. It leaves me with far too little to laugh at. I shall make you smile once more, melting the chill of your life with the fire of delight I bring. Allow me. Jester snapped his fingers. In an instant, something appeared in his hands. It was a small rectangular object, wrapped in a layer of gold and tied neatly with a red ribbon. What is it? Justine then handed it to me, allowing me to open it myself. Chocolate? Indeed, Your Majesty. Everyone loves chocolate. Who doesn't? So, I do hope you like it. And it's not just any ordinary chocolate. I crafted every step of it with all my heart, carefully, gently, and with the utmost devotion. So, I hope you'll savor my handmade chocolate and not forget the color of its wrapping, Your Majesty, gold and red. You did say I should refuse it, so no. I stared at the chocolate for a moment. I didn't want to refuse someone's gift, but my instincts told me something was off. Justine. Yes, Your Majesty? This isn't ordinary chocolate, is it? His smile didn't fade in the slightest as he looked back at me. Oh? And what makes you say that, Your Majesty? And to be honest, it pains my heart that you would accuse me so. I gave you that chocolate sincerely. His smile slowly faded, replaced by the expression of someone deeply wounded. I trust you, but I don't trust you. I trust you, but I don't. I really don't. I don't. Don't lie to me. There's something in this chocolate, isn't there? I won't be fooled. Justine lets out a soft laugh, and with that alone, everything was proven. So someone did forget the color of the wrapping after all. You're sharper than you look, Your Majesty. Yes, I added something to the chocolate. I dropped the chocolate onto the floor. What did you put in it? Don't tell me it was poison! Is it a cream? Are you trying to cream me? Poison? Oh, Your Majesty, I am not that cruel. It was merely a prank, and I will never do something so merciless for the sake of a joke. It's chocolate, of course, but I find the usual ingredients rather dull. Nothing new. How boring. And then a brilliant idea struck me. Why not add something new to the recipe? So I added chili powder. Okay! Okay! Thank you, Jesse Breaking Bad! I stared at him, completely speechless. What kind of thing is that? Also, chocolate with chili and it ain't anything new! Please forgive me, Your Majesty. I'll give you a proper entertainment this time. I promise. This isn't another prank. Justine snapped his fingers. Balls and collar! Balls and collar! Balls! His balls, but the collar! But his balls! But the collar! Oh, give me your collar. I'll play for your balls later. The collar? In his hand appears a red collar with a golden bell at its center. That is correct, Your Majesty. He then removes his tie and loosens his collar. Confused, I can only remain seated, unable to move. Hey! I picked right! I picked right! At the moment he places the collar around his neck, I begin to understand what he intends. I'm going to ride his wooden stick! Once it is fastened, he gently places the leash into my hand. I take it. Please. His voice grows heavy. I am yours to command, Your Majesty. Do with me whatever you wish. How do things end up like this? How? Justine, this... You may command me to do anything, Your Majesty. Sit, lie down, open my mouth, whatever you order. I shall obey. Okay. It's time to open up. It's time to... You didn't see any of that. Nope. I don't know what y'all talk about. No, I didn't do anything. What are y'all yelling about in the comments? Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Please, relax yourself, Your Majesty, and enjoy yourself with me. I will entertain you. I've never done anything like this before. But if he says he'll do anything, then I suppose... Fine. Oh, lie down. The moment I gave the order, Justine obeyed, lying down on the stage floor. After he lies down, I begin to walk towards him. Then I straddle him, and I ride until the end of dawn. Ah! Wait, I'm actually riding him! I didn't think this would happen! He looks up at me from below, waiting for my next command. I decide to tug on his collar, drawing a surprised gasp from him. His smile only widens. Your Majesty. All right, I've never done anything like this in my life. What do people usually do in these situations? I've seen people step on their partners before. Should I try that? Do you want me to step on you? Is that what you want? Do you want me to use my feetsies? Should I use my feet? Oh God, am I going to need to censor my feet? Am I going to end up on Wiki feet? Oh no. With a little knowledge I picked up from the internet, I carefully placed my foot on his chest. Oh my god, he's actually into it! No! I placed my foot there, but I'm certain he can tell that I'm still hesitant. I'm not putting any real pressure on him. Your Majesty, you are so very adorable. Huh? You're trying to be rough, but it seems your heart is far too gentle for that. Just as I thought, he noticed. It's very sweet, knowing you don't want to hurt me, Your Majesty, but rest assured, it'll be just fine. So if you wish to be rough with me, please, don't hesitate. My heart starts pounding, sweat dampening my back. How am I supposed to know when I've gone too far and when I haven't? Just establish a safe word. Sensing my fear and uncertainty, Justine decides to guide me instead. Focus your strength in your foot, then slowly press it against my chest. I follow his instructions. I shift my weight into my foot and gently press down on Justine's chest. Very good. See? I'm still perfectly fine. I don't think you're fine, but I nod. Yes, you are so fine. Now, try stomping down, Your Majesty. Just once. Oh my god, he jingles when he comes! I stomp my foot against his chest. Justine lets out a soft sound that instantly makes my heart pound even harder. The tingling! This strangely feels good. Now you're learning. Your Majesty, try stepping on my chest while tugging on my collar. I press my foot against his chest again while tugging on his collar. Justine's face grows even redder. How's your gift so far, Your Majesty? Are you enjoying it? I know you are! Like you got free feet out of this! You got free feet! And this! You get this! Yeah, they say it's nice. It's so nice. Maybe I could try something else. Oh no! This time I place my hand on his chest and slowly run it over him instead. Oh, I see. From being rough to being gentle, are you rewarding me for pleasing you, Your Majesty? You can think of it that way. My head, which was resting on his chest, slowly moves up to his neck, to the collar around it. I begin stroking his neck softly. Your Majesty, that is strange. When I brushed my hand along his neck, the texture wasn't hard like the surface of a puppet I had imagined. It felt soft, like human skin, but colder? What kind of puppet is he? After lingering there for a moment, my hand moves upwards to his cheek. Every sound he makes in response to my touch feels strangely satisfying to hear. His eyes look hazy, his face flushed. Incredible that a puppet can feel something like this. My thumb gently brushes over its lips. Your Majesty, I've never felt anything like this before. You mean BDSM? No. I've felt that plenty of times before. What I mean is, this feeling, the one I can't even put into words. It feels pleasant. But I'm not certain that word is quite right to describe what I'm feeling right now. Tell me, Your Majesty, have you perhaps used forbidden magic on me? I let out a confused laugh at his ridiculous speculation. Don't be silly. This strange situation somehow makes me feel at ease. Even my miserable life has never quite felt like this. After several minutes, Justine finally snaps his fingers, and in an instant, the collar around his neck vanishes. I believe your time in this kingdom has now come to an end. I am confused by what he means, but when I glance at my watch, it reads 5:30 a.m. Oh, my shift is over. He takes my hand and presses a kiss to the back of it. His lips feel cold, yet the sensation sends heat racing through my body and straight to my heart. Then, until we meet again, sweet human. After saying that, Justine walks towards the dark side of the stage and disappears. I finally return to my small, miserable apartment. And what happened today was truly something. Living puppets, being treated like some kind of ruler. What a strange day. I feel like I'm going crazy. Should I go back again tomorrow? This whole situation feels so creepy. Of course I have to go. My debts won't be paid by itself. I need the money. Looking for another job will be far too difficult for me right now. I don't know what will happen to me later. For now, I better get some sleep. I'm utterly exhausted. I don't like the C. Okay, I like the CG. I like the CG. Seconds passed, then hours, days, weeks, months, years. It has been so very long since all of that faded away. And after so long, I finally found you. My ruler. Your Majesty, I truly thank you for today. You've made me so unbearably happy. But you will come again tonight, won't you? Of course you will. There are still so many things we can do together. I simply couldn't bear it if you didn't. We can play again, like we did earlier, Your Majesty. I am your loyal Jester, kneeling before my master like a devoted hound. Oh, you have no idea how that feeling made my heart race, how it made me feel as though I belong to you. Yes, I belong to you, ruler. We can dine together, sleep together, sing together, dance together, always together, and then, oh, sweet tart and cream, there are simply too many things we could do that I hardly know where to begin. As long as you never leave my side. Truly, what have you done to me, Your Majesty? I'm beginning to believe you're a sorcerer of terrifying power. Even Wizzy, the royal mage, couldn't twist a heart like this. I feel as though I've been caught in your web, wrapped tightly, unable to escape, simply waiting to be devoured by you. And yet, I don't think I want to struggle at all. I scarcely recognize myself anymore, Your Majesty. But somehow, I don't wish to go back. The kingdom needs you. I need you. No, I want you. I crave you, Your Majesty. I've never felt anything this overwhelming before. I want to stay by your side, watch you breathe, carve your image into my mind, touch you, and perhaps sink even deeper inside of you, until there is nothing left but us. No. How improper of me. A mere jester touching his ruler so boldly. But if you were to grant me permission, I would cherish every inch of you with the utmost devotion. My ruler, I can hardly endure the wait to see you again. I wish time would rush forward, and yet freeze completely when I am with you. If only I could bend time itself, just for you. I'll take my leave now, Your Majesty. May your dreams be filled with me. Your Majesty. Well, anyway, that was Act 1 of Kingdom of Marionettes. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys do want to play this for yourselves, link to the game will be in the description below. And this is a promising start to the first act of Kingdom of Marionettes. I'm actually curious to see where exactly this is gonna go. I know I joked that this is basically 5 Nights of Yandere, but like, I think this is a fairly interesting premise. I am curious to know more about what happened to this place. I feel like it would be so cool if we actually get to uncover what exactly happened to the theater and like what happened to the previous king. I know that the main focus will likely be on the romance between yourself, Jester, and perhaps like several other love interests. It seems to be building up to that. But I am still curious. I'm still very curious to see, and this has been a very promising entry to this year's Yandere Game Jam. But in the meantime, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all have a lovely rest of the day, and as always, I'll be seeing you in the next video. This is Lion signing off. Ciao.